Students, in today's class we will be doing the topic cell organelles. This is the last topic of this chapter, cell structure and function. So for the cell organelles you have to make analogy in your mind. See, like if I talk about our home, so what we family members reside inside the home. In the same way, cell organelles are the members inside the cell, or they are the small structures scattered in the साइटोप्लाज्म. बायो में आपको एक एनालॉजी बनाना होता है किसी भी टॉपिक को पढ़ने के लिए. अगर मैं साइटोप्लाज्म की बात करूं, व्हाट इज साइटोप्लाज्म? इट इज द स्पेस बिटवीन न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन एंड द सेल मेम्ब्रेन. तो वो जो सारा स्पेस है उसमें कौन रहते हैं? सेल ऑर्गेनल्स. इन द सेम वे अगर हम अपने घर की बात करते हैं तो होम के अंदर जो भी स्पेस है that is been occupied by our family members. So cell organelles are the small structures scattered in the cytoplasm. And what is cytoplasm? If you remember, structure of cell, nuclear membrane and cell membrane, and this entire space is known as cytoplasm. So all the cell organelles are found in the cytoplasm. The very most important point about the cell organelles are they are found in eukaryotic cell only. Eukaryotic cell we have discussed in the last class, है ना? So cell organelles are found in the eukaryotic cell, but there is an exception. Competition point, competitive. The only cell organelle which is found in both prokaryotes and eukaryotes are the ribosomes. They are known as ribosomes. Ribosomes are the only cell organelle which are found in eukaryotic cell as well as in prokaryotic cell. And what are ribosomes? They are small round structures found in the cytoplasm. And what is the function of ribosome? They help in protein synthesis. They help in formation of protein. So the very first organelle which we have studied just now, it is ribosomes. So ribosomes are the small round structures like this, and they are found scattered in the cytoplasm, and they are responsible for protein synthesis. And one more thing, ribosomes are the only cell organelle which are found in both eukaryotic as well as prokaryotic cell. Students, I am repeating this point, it is very important in terms of your exams. Okay. Now the next cell organelle which we will study is mitochondria. Mitochondria से पहला पॉइंट आपको जो माइंड में स्ट्राइक करेगा, दैट इज इट इज अ पावर हाउस ऑफ सेल. पावर मतलब एनर्जी. So that means mitochondria provide energy for all activities to be performed by the cell. Thus it is known as powerhouse of the cell. Students, the detailed description of all the cell organelles you will again study in class 9. So for class 8 you have to recognize the names of all the cell organelles, so that when you will study in class 9 you will not become blank. We have not even heard about this, है ना? So for the class 8 we have to remember all the cell organelles name and their little bit description about the same. Mitochondria is found in both plant cell as well as in animal cell, because we have just studied that cell organelles are mainly found in eukaryotic cell, and example of eukaryotes is plants as well as animals. So it is found in both plant and animal cell. If we observe the structure of mitochondria in microscope, so it appears like this. It appears like this. This is the outer membrane, and the membrane which you are able to see in terms of folds, this is the inner membrane of mitochondria. So basically mitochondria has two membranes, outer membrane and inner membrane, and it is known as the powerhouse of cell because it provides energy for all activities. Question may be asked, why mitochondria is known as powerhouse? Because it provides energy for all activities. Okay. So the second organelle which we have studied is mitochondria. Now let's move to the third organelle. Third organelle is known as vacuole. See students, in plant cell it is large. In plant cell it is permanent and large. In plant cell it is permanent and large. और कैसा दिख रहा है? It is a sac like structure. It is a sac like structure. This is the membrane of vacuole. दो पॉइंट आपको ध्यान रखना है. वैक्यूल प्लांट सेल में परमानेंट एंड लार्ज होगा and the membrane is known as membrane of vacuole and it is a sac like structure, and this part it is known as cell sap. What is the function of vacuole? Actually it stores the soluble and secretions released from cell as cell sap. So vacuole is a sac-like structure found in both plants and animals, but in the case of plants it is permanent and large. The membrane of the vacuole is known as vacuole membrane and the fluid inside the membrane is known as cell sap. What is cell sap? Because vacuole stores the soluble part and the secretion released from the cell as cell sap. But as I just told you that it is also found in the animal cell. So in animal cell it is not permanent, it is temporary. Cross means in animal cell vacuole is not always found and it is not large, it is very small rounded structure. So in the case of animal cell vacuole is not permanent and it is small, whereas in case of plant cell it is permanent and large. So students, we are done with three organelles: ribosomes, mitochondria and vacuole. Now the fourth organelle which we will study is plastids. P for plastids and P for plant cell. Plastids are only found in plant cell. This is the first one. Plastid contain certain pigments. Okay, plastids are of three types. First is green colored plastids. Green colored plastid known as chloroplast. Colored plastids, colored मतलब देखो यहां पर क्या होगा, ग्रीन नहीं होगा, ग्रीन के सिवा बाकी कलर्स होंगे. Colored plastid known as chromoplast and non-colored plastids are known as leucoplast. So we have majorly three types of plastids: chloroplast, chromoplast and leucoplast. In NCERT these two are not mentioned, only chloroplast is mentioned. Okay, but we must know because of our knowledge point, so that if we study somewhere, so we just remember that they are the types of plastids. Okay, just in the brief description, let's explain these parts. If I talk about chloroplast, so chloroplast contains chlorophyll, and chlorophyll you must have studied in class 6th as well as in class 7th also. Chloroplasts are found in the leaves of plants where chlorophyll is the pigment which is found in chloroplast and it provides green color to the leaves. So what is the function of chlorophyll? It provides green color to the leaves. And the second function of chlorophyll is it absorbs sunlight. It absorbs sunlight. Basically, the actual function of chloroplast, it acts as a site of photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? It is the process by which plants prepare their food in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. So chloroplast act as a site of photosynthesis, and because of this reason, plastids are known as kitchen of the cell. Again students, we have to make analogy. देखो हमारे घर में जो फूड बनता है वो किचन में बनता है. In the same way, plants में जो फूड बन रहा है वो कहाँ बन रहा है? क्लोरोप्लास्ट में. So that means it is a kitchen, and chloroplast क्या? It is a plastids. So plastid are known as kitchen of the cell because chloroplast act as a site of photosynthesis. Okay, now see, the second thing we have to study is chromoplast. Chromoplast, students, you must have seen the colored flowers, है ना? Fruits also colored. So chromoplast क्या है? It is a plastid which provide color to fruits and flower. It provide color to fruits and flowers. So chromoplasts are the colored plastids that provide color to fruits and flowers. If flower are colored, the pollination process get happen. Now the last is leucoplast. They are colorless plastids. They are colorless plastids and they help in the storage of food. So we have studied three types of plastids: chloroplast, chromoplast and leucoplast, in which chloroplasts are the green colored plastids, chromoplasts are the colored except green, and leucoplasts are the colorless plastids. We have also studied the function of each and every type of plastids. So student, you have to remember this, it is very important. And the last organelle is endoplasmic reticulum. See, it is also written as ER. It is of two types: rough ER मतलब rough endoplasmic reticulum, and smooth ER, that is called smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum, what it is actually is, it is a network of tubules. Suppose in the cell we have nucleus, so it starts from nucleus, this network of tubules, and it reaches to cell membrane. So endoplasmic reticulum क्या है? It is a network of tubules whose one end is attached to the nuclear membrane and the second end is attached to the cell membrane. In the same way you can draw this like this. Sometimes we have, यहाँ पर भी होगा, sometimes we have certain dot-like structure present on the endoplasmic reticulum. If these dot-like structures are there, it is known as rough ER. And what the dot-like structure actually refer, they are known as ribosomes. Very important point. Rough endoplasmic reticulum. R for rough, R for ribosomes. So rough endoplasmic reticulum has ribosomes attached to the surface. And what is the function of ribosome? We have studied already. They help in protein synthesis. So rough endoplasmic reticulum helps in protein synthesis because of the presence of ribosomes. And if I talk about this, it is known as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. It does not contain ribosomes. Ribosomes are not present. I have made it cross because ribosomes are absent in smooth. And smooth endoplasmic reticulum help in lipids synthesis. So students, we have covered 5 organelles starting from the very first, ribosomes, then mitochondria, vacuole, plastids and endoplasmic reticulum. Out of these 5 organelles, there is a difference in the case of plastid, which are only found in plant cell. एंड देयर इज अ डिफरेंस एट वैक्यूल. वैक्यूल प्लांट्स में परमानेंट होता है और लार्ज होता है, बट एनिमल सेल में इट इज नॉट परमानेंट, इट इज टेम्पररी एंड इट इज वेरी स्मॉल स्ट्रक्चर. So now we will able to see the structure of plants and animal cell, where you will be able to see these organelles in the form of their structures, and the detailed explanation we will do in class 9. Okay, thank you. Students, we have discussed the cell organelles in detail, and we have discussed that they are found in eukaryotic cell. They are animal cell and plant cell are the example of eukaryotic cell. So we will observe how they are actually observed in the microscope in the case of animal cell and in the case of plant cell. So student, this is the structure of animal cell. We have this boundary cell membrane. We have just discussed about mitochondria, which are known as powerhouse of cell, and we have already studied that nucleus is present in the center in case of animal cell. So if nucleus is present in the center, that means it is a animal cell. And we have mitochondria, we have cell membrane, this network like structure known as endoplasmic reticulum. Ribosomes are attached to it, is rough. Without ribosome it is smooth. And small dot like structure are known as ribosomes. Ribosomes are found in both prokaryotic as well as eukaryotic cell. And there is a small sac like structure known as vacuole, and the entire fluid space where all the cell organelles are there, it is known as cytoplasm. So in the case of animal cell, you have to make this diagram in your science notebook with the help of this lecture. Okay, students, in various books you must be observing some other organelles also, but don't worry about that. We will study in class 9. We have this much in our syllabus, so we have studied the entire organelles in a very detailed description. Plant cell. Plant cell में we have another membrane covering the cell membrane known as cell wall. This is the feature that makes plant cell differ from the animal cell, and the very first point that makes the plant cell differ is plastids. Plastids are not found in animal cell, they are found only in the plant cell. We have nucleus at the periphery, whereas in the case of animal cell it is present at the center, but in the case of plant cell it is found at the periphery. And the large permanent vacuole is present in the case of plant cell. Here it is very small, but here it is a large sac-like structure known as vacuole. Ribosomes are again small dot-like structure, cell wall, mitochondria, and the entire fluid space is known as cytoplasm. So you have to make animal cell and plant cell in your science notebook with the help of this diagram. Students, I am again repeating the point. You must be studying certain other organelles in various side books. That is not in our syllabus. We are strictly following the NCERT. So according to NCERT, we have covered each and every single term in the chapter. So don't worry about that. Okay. So just revise. I hope you have understood the entire chapter. Just go through the NCERT science book and practice as much as you can. Okay. Thank you, students. Stay home. Stay safe.